Hello, folks. Hello. Let's see. Maybe someday. Well, Helmina replied. And unlike Dominique, I don't know how the future is going to work out. Well, Helmina kept her arms out. Kept her arms out at her sides. She spread her legs, feet apart a bit. Wow. She almost looked like she was in the middle of some jumping jacks. See that gray van? Well, Helmina asked Leonard and Elsang, without pointing or looking that way. This way. Yes. Leonard replied. His voice low and unhappy. Your daughter, Rolene, is in the truck. Is in that van. Wilhelmina noted. In the back. Let's see, religious pose, I say earlier. I don't know why I feel so drained now. I think maybe I'm gonna go back to drinking coffee. Because it's just so annoying when your body doesn't provide you any energy, even though you haven't used any of it yet. I think I have one of those diseases where it just, no energy for you, you know. The mitochondria just are fucking off, I don't know. Give me a van. F you can defeat me in one attack each. I will spare her. And if you can't defeat me, the hearts of Rolene's parents sank. If you can't defeat me, I will destroy that truck. Right now. Well, Helmina replied. Continued. So let's see what you got. Leonard and Elsang both looked at each other. Each had tears in their eyes. Each was pained. You felt such sorrow that they wanted to just lay down and die. To throw themselves. That was it. Wilhelmina's feet plead for mercy, but they had to try for the sake of Rolene. Beings like Wilhelmina had known defeat in the past. Perhaps they could beat her now. Wilhelmina just floated up there. Patient like a spider. Terrible spider. Waiting for something. And to crawl. Become trapped in her web. Leonard and Elsang closed their eyes and concentrated. They summoned. They concentrated on their strengths, on their power, bringing as much of it to the surface as possible. Leonard felt like he was concentrating everything into one fierce blow, like a boxer on his last legs, gathering up what he could to try and knock out the opposition. Because that was, let's see, Elsane was the same. She was filling herself with all her vengeful emotions. Filling herself with vengeful feelings, with great anger. She wanted to share this anger with Wilhelmina. Elsane wanted Wilhelmina to know her anger, the idea of her motherly anger in having a child friend. Well, Wilhelmina had no children of her own, unless one counted those horrid spiders. But they were not. It was a different matter. Blair and Elsane had no telekinetic link, but say I hit the spot. A nice glass of water. Bottle of water. Okay, so they both unleashed their great attacks at the same time. At almost the same moment. The blasts they delivered were something that only Omega class superhumans could generate. Only Omega class superhumans could generate. Two great fiery balls of energy, the size of small, each the size of a small car, flew through the air, smashed great speed into Wilhelmina. There was a great explosion and a cloud of smoke. Leonard was certain that almost anything in the world hit by one blue, one green, one purple. So let's see. Hit by either of those blasts would have been reduced to ash, or even less. But when the smoke cleared, Wilhelmina was still up there, unhurt in any way. She had her arms crossed now, and her feet almost together. She looked like some witch. She looked like she was posed like some witch. She had a terrible smirk on her face and a green glow to her irises. Let's see. I paused because the phone rang and I thought it was gonna say a message and spoil things, like wants to talk, like it says, you know. Terrible smirk on her face and green glow. This is what happens when your mind waters, folks. Wanders. Insane. Purple glows her irises. She looked like a witch. A young witch who was about to put a curse on the town that banished her. Is that all you have? Is that all you got? Helmina asked the two Omegas below her. I think Muhammad Ali had a great line. Or was it one of his opponents, like we said? Is that all you got? Like the guy, Muhammad Ali said to him, is that all you got? And the guy replied, I guess so. I won't use that line because, well, you know, I don't like to steal from people. I mean, I like to take inspiration from other stories and such, you know, like the way people have, you know, like you have the book Carrie and then you have other books about psychic children, you know, followed. It's kind of inspired by Carrie, but they go in their own ways, usually. Unless they want Perry Carey, which I don't know why. That first Carrie book is, first book. There was only one Carrie book because of the ending, which I thought was unfortunate, but, you know. Yeah, it was only 200 pages, so, you know, like a long Goosebump book, I guess. At least in lengthwise, and you know, I guess that makes sense. You know, the first book you get with a publisher, make it short, and then the second book, and the books afterwards can be longer and longer, till you know, so you can put out a 1,000-pager without any issue. You know. That was the ultimate. That was the strongest attack either of us. That was the strongest attack either of us could muster. As Leonard said, speaking for them both. As you can see, we are no threat to you. We will never be a threat to you. Wilhelmina smiled. Don't sell yourself short. You two are young, and with the right training, you could be as strong as me. That is why I have to take care of this. Please, we'll give you anything. Elsan cried. This is nothing personal. Wilhelmina reassured. I've killed plenty of superhumans. Ones like yourself, including people I have liked. I've liked people that have risked their lives to save me. Sound very ungrateful. I thought. Perhaps you will fight harder after I take your daughter away. Helmina suggested. This is a pretty dramatic part of the story, by the way. I think this is the climax of this, what would you say, episode. This episode that's been like a long flashback. Then I got one more chapter after this to close everything out, and then I'm gonna take a hiatus from this story to focus on a romance story. I need to write something more marketable, you know? It's more like a book that you write after you have a good audience, you know, that'll tolerate experimentation or just, you know, more of interaction between the characters and such. Like, oh, we like James Bond. Would you like to see 100 more books about James Bond? And he said, sure, why not? If you like something, you like it. You're probably not going to get sick of it. People don't get sick of their favorite food or their favorite beer, you know? Why would they get sick of their favorite fictional character? please, please. Leonard, Elsane replied. Elsane got on her knees then. Leonard generated another blue energy blast, weaker than the earlier one, and flung it at Wilhelmina. It didn't seem to connect. It faded when it got close to her, like something passing through a ghost. Anyway, like it went through some invisible doorway into another realm. Let's see, is it blue? Blue is right? I don't know. I gave these two colors. Elsane has either blue or purple energy, and Leonard has blue or purple energy. Does electricity look better when it's blue or purple tinged? Probably blue. I think that's truer to the actual thing, because usually when people see lightning, they see like a hint of blue or a hint of white. Blue and white, those are the colors associated with lightning. Went through some invisible doorway into another realm. Once again, Leonard was reminded that he was dealing with a being so powerful, she might as well have been a god. A being that he had no hope of defeating, even with Elsane at his side. Showed mercy for once. Damn it. Leonard yelled. Rolene has done nothing wrong. Wilhelmina didn't reply to that. She flung a blast of energy at the van and blew it apart in an instant. The whole vehicle was reduced to metal ruin, with great shards of the body flinging in all directions, becoming embedded in the walls, ground, and There was no sign. Great flame billowed through the carcass, dead carcass. It was once the van, as it sank lower and lower to the ground, as the tires, as the still tethered tires, 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 5 golden rings. Merry Christmas, everyone. Let's see, the next one, still tethered tires. There was no sign. No sign of the baby inside. Child inside. Babies. Let's see. Is that the right? There's no sign of a child inside. But Leonard and Zane had no doubt that it was. She was. Almost screamed primally. And Leonard fell. Oh, primally? That's not a word? Primally. Is what the agree to disagree word. Leonard fell to his knees and hugged Elsane. She wept bitterly in his arms, shaking uncontrollably. Leonard found himself incapable of any comforting words or even words at all. Every time he tried to speak, the words came out totally incoherent, like it was from the mouth of some creature in the jungle. The mouth of some snouted creature in the jungle. Well, how Mina was surprisingly far from their minds. They both sat there in this emotional darkness for what seemed like hours. Finally, Wilhelmina called them back to the present by flinging an energy blast adjacent to them. One that created a crater deep enough to put a coffin in on its side, its bottom, standing coffin. Wonder if coffins in history could always stand up. I guess if it's well made, if something's well made enough, anything can stand, you know? 21 minutes in. I have a feeling someone's gonna barge in and tell me to do something. It's a hectic day today at the homestead. So, have a nice day. Good luck on your own projects and so on.